Fully away getting set up by Taxi. As Ave Maria try to see if he can chase after Taxi. There's going to be dots running down. The curse of exhaustion, exhausting the Paladin's mobility. Taxi getting full dots. Full Soul Rod could be huge damage. Ave Maria is definitely going to have a burner here. Going to be a death back attack by Taxi. Ave Maria popping in a stun and trying to go for big burst damage to Taxi. I think it's going to be Cosmic Trick and not sure by who. I think it was by Ave Maria. As Taxi is still trying to get himself a big Death Bolt, and it is going to go for a Drain Life. Death Bolt getting set up. Ave Maria should be rotting down damage, but it's going to go using Wings to heal through. The damage rot down by the Warlock. Is going to be able to get out of there scot-free without having to burn a bubble just yet. Another stun getting set up with a Taxi. Wings it down for the Paladin, but does have the Necrolord Burst. Every time he sets up, oh, Taxi again technically picks up the eyes. But every time he sets up a big Necrolord Gavel, the next Tempest Verdict is going to have a free Divine Storm doing quite a bit of damage together. Fear onto Ave Maria. Taxi ramping up those dots. That is going to be quite a bit of damage. With it, UA getting set up. Mortal into Ave Maria. Death Bolt to follow. Could potentially be a lot of damage. Stunned with a Drain. Ave Maria does go for a Trinket here. Going to be a Flesh Cap. Interrupted. Bubble for Ave Maria. Locked out on Shadow. But does have himself access to Holy. Full rampant contagion onto these dots as Taxi keeping the pressure on Ave Maria. The Paladin finally rushing out in the open. Do they have a Hand of Freedom? Hoping to get a stun onto fake Taxi. It's going to be stunned by Taxi instead. Full dots and Taxi going in for big Death Bolt. Ave Maria with a Shield of Vengeance. Dots are just rotting him down. Is that going to be enough though? Actually under pressure. Can't even go for a cast. It's going to get disrupted. The dots are still melting him with the Dark Glare around the corner. Applying extra pressure. Ave Maria just trying to do what they can out of mana completely. Is it over? Oh! Taxi melting Ave Maria's attempts at trying to survive and recover here. With Dalaran charging out next, going to be immediate port for Taxi as the warrior reconnects with that big old charge. Going to be some dots going to set up Taxi. Rapid contagion of these dots. Dalaran is a Fury warrior. He needs to get a melee of Taxi in order to start healing, or at least needs to get some kind of a pet to heal off of. But these dots, as long as he just can't touch Taxi, these dots are going to rot him down over time. He can't even generate enough rage to even go for like a... Wait, did he wait out the dots? He actually waited out all the dots just so he can get himself a first aid, whatever health he can recover. Taxi trying to make sure they have a max range. Always has a port to back up to him. Can port, not even letting this warrior get next to him. Could potentially go for a leap. Gonna be that Curse of Exhaustion. Shadowlands finally gets up close. Trinkets out of this. Gonna be an interrupt. Does finally go for some damage. Perfect opportunity for him to make a play. Taxi hanging out by the gateway. Dalaran leaping in after the gate. Gonna be a fake Taxi trying to get some dots. No longer can get interrupted by Dalaran. Massive knockdown by the warrior. Looking to shatter through the dark bag. Is able to full rampage and burst out of Dalaran with a reckless abandon. Fake Taxi goes in for a while, trying to drain health off of Dalaran. Is able to gain some health. Wants to go for a port as soon as possible. Just to get some dots rolling onto Dalaran. Another drain, another charge by the warrior. Doesn't miss the interrupt though. Taxi could go for full dots with the Dark Glare. Potentially big go with Soul Rod. Reflect up. Not really sure what he can really reflect. Gonna be Shadow Fury onto the warrior. Does not have a trinket anymore. That's gonna be full Enrage Regen. And Taxi trying to walk away. Dalaran can use the Enrage Regen Bloodthirst heal off of the pet if he wants to. Taxi just try to back away as the Aegis letting Dalaran avoid a lot of that magic damage. He's still taking damage to the health bar. It's just a good portion of the damage. 50% is offset into the Aegis Cosmic Shield. Mortal as soon as Taxi sees the warrior rushing him with a Drain Life, recovering all the health back as we are finally diving into the dampener. Taxi has a port in case he needs to use it. Is going to go for it. Dalaran most likely has a leap. Instead, just going to kind of hang out by the edge of the room. Can jump up and get some Bloodthirst heals off of Taxi. Dalaran wants to get the charge, gonna be reflect in case Taxi sends anything out of him. I guess he was hoping for a Mortal Coil. There goes the Mortal Coil, trinket out of the warrior really early. Not using the interrupt just yet. Leaping after Taxi, hit him with a slow. Taxi trying to keep the dots rolling. Blaze Stone by the warrior, most likely is gonna have an interrupt. Does not use it just yet. Knocked out of Taxi while Reckless Abandon is up. This is the most damage out of this warrior. Taxi trying to get some damage, but he's trying not to get interrupted. Does get the full dots onto the warrior. Could potentially go for the full setup. Soul Rod, get in. Get him really low. Still wants to go for Soul Rod. Still wants to go for the full damage. Dalaran needs to use everything to survive this burst. Stun onto Dalaran. Death Bolt. Taxi trying to drain everything from Dalaran. Trying to survive this. Is going to be a port for Taxi. Dalaran melting. He has a charge towards Taxi. Taxi looking for that port. Trying to see if he can get a hell out of dodge. Aegis Trinket going to allow to offset a lot of that magic damage of the rot into the shield. But Dalaran's health is still exposed. Goes for a violent cry. Mortal Coil send him away. Fate Taxi does get to survive this. Dalaran is still melting to those dots from a distance. Those dots were ramped up with contagion. They were amped up with the haste. They were extended with the Dark Glare. And that was also a Battle Master Trinket, I think. No. No, rallying cry, they just fell off. So Dalaran actually under a ton of pressure. Those dots could just melt them. I think it might be over. Needs to get a reconnect with Taxi and get himself a heal. Try to go for reflect. I think reflected a dot back at Taxi. I think it reflected corruption or agony back at him. But Taxi could re-up his dots, at least the instant-cast dots. Dark backed up. It's going to be drained with an intro by Dalaran, trying not to let this Warlock recover. Taxi does have mobility. That's going to be Dalaran backing up out of the soul shape, but still just melting to these dots. Not in a great situation, not in a great position. Taxi setting up another port as we hit in that 8-minute mark. First aid by Dalaran, trying to recover what else he can. Taxi just rushing out, has one of his dots reflected. Made sure to go for agony instead of reflecting his own mortal coil back at himself. That would have been bad. Dalaran recovered a lot of health, actually. Did he give himself a big heal? Must have been a quick impending victory. Just to give himself a massive health recovery. And Taxi just waiting out for the warrior. Could go for a port. Looks like he doesn't. Maybe he wasn't close enough. Maybe he couldn't use it because he wasn't close enough. Big drain on Dalaran as he's just back to being melted. Reflect is up. Is going to be Taxi. I think reflected one of his own dots back at Dalaran. Rapid contagion. I think it's over. Dalaran just dead with a drain around the corner. Oh my god. 8 minutes into the duel. 23% dampener. And Taxi is not letting these boys get any kind of a setup. With Jolostine? What the? Something looks weird about his mog or his appearance. I'm not really sure what it is. It's just a bald head. Just a bald head and a Paladin mog. Something about, like, it looks a little uncanny. Is it just me? With Joel gonna be up next though, trying to see if he can drop down big damage with his Taxi bailing up out of there. That's gonna be a full shield advantage, full defenses for Joel with wings blaring. Is getting some damage from range of Taxi, but the drain lets him recover a little bit. Mortal more healing for Taxi with a quick fear onto Joel. It's super tease. Wait, like it's supposed to look like super tease, or is it super tease on a character? I'm not sure. Super is a handsome looking guy. I mean, Joel is too. Wait, was that a blind miss? Blind miss, but fake Taxi misses big blind. That's gonna be Joel. Might be dropping down here. The dots are on him. Bubble needs to bubble right now. Barely got himself a heal. What the? Oh my goodness, this man. Playing a tank and defensive trinket. Got himself a sip pick up. That's gonna give him probably a little bit of extra healing, right? Yeah, he got the healing over time. So he should be able to get himself a lot of recovery. Bubble as fake Taxi walks up at Joel. Joel dropping down the cosmic trinket. The Taxi is nowhere near it. Can't really go for a port away from Joel. Joel setting up a big Seraphim, got himself big hammers. Mortal Coil sending himself out of the other direction. Gonna be a trick out of the Mortal Coil. Actually, maybe should have let that Mortal Coil running behind the pillar. That could have been line of sight. Joel got the range of that hammer. A justice, trying to see if he brings some justice to Taxi. Justice for his teammates. Gonna be rebuke, interrupting that fear. Did not want to get juked out. Those dots are melting out Joel though. That shield of vengeance is gonna pop and Taxi just waddles away from it fear, and the dots are still continuing to contagion and quick drain, and down he goes as Taxi just taking names. It looks like Super. I was saying Dal. It looks like Super Tease. It looks like Super. Okay, really? Is this supposed to look like Super? I was just saying, like, Super got a little bit of a beard. Super looks like a handsome man. Taxi actually just getting melted out. Big drain, recovering, huge drain on these pets. Actually living by these pets alone. Holy moly with a full PI. Big burst on a Taxi. Taxi is trying to get some damage back towards Holy moly. Does he go for rapid contagion, full dots? He could potentially do it. Wait, Taxi could get some damage. He got full Dark Soul. He could make a play here. He could just Dark Soul and Death Coil. Oh, Death Bolt Holy, but looks like it's not what he's gonna go for. He's gonna wait out for a little bit later. Does get interrupted, holy moly. And it's gonna wait, there goes the full dam. Does he go for Shadow Fury? He does go for Shadow Fury. Dots are taking out, holy moly. Holy, does he trinket it? He does! Or she does trinket it. Taxi does go for a full Dark Soul, damage rolling on him, but holy, looks like it's gonna be able to recover. So we'll try to catch up a little bit of healing. I thought Taxi was gonna die, but he is hungry. He just drained these pets for all their health. That drain smart move. It is really smart because, what is it? The Night Fae ability lets you drain multiple targets, and they have a conduit where drain gives you more healing if it hits multiple targets. Well, if it just heals. Wait. How did Ave Maria come back? Disperse and holy moly? As Taxi's presence just caused holy moly to disperse. Gonna be a stun? As holy moly trying to get all the pets up versus Taxi is going to be a port as Taxi decides to go for a trinket. Ave Maria apparently is back, I guess, just to watch the duels. Not sure how that happened. But holy moly, is going to try to get himself a little bit of healing recovery here as Tagsy approaching. Holy moly, not a lot of health left. Going to be a quick fear versus Tagsy. Holy does have, I think, a bit of mana though. Those dots are ticking out on you. That shield is not going to do much. You might have to go for a dispel. Wait, are you just going to die to dots? Oh my god. Try to go for Void Eruption at the end, but wasn't enough. Alex is going to be last one left in the back. Draenei? A Draenei Lightforge. Tagsy already getting dots. Alex, you better play. Is Alex gonna play? Is he giving up? Is he just accepted his Warlock Overlords? He did? Wait, he surrendered and he's still melting to dots? Wait, is he gonna die to the dots? Tagsy was like, you know, it's gonna happen. Ave Maria, way back, trying to fight Kiosko? Huh? Getting grouped by Jesus. Huh? And Ave Maria bubbled out. I think Ave Maria, Ave Maria, why don't you have a rematch with Tagsy? I mean, if that priest didn't want to, no mind. I guess Kiosko is gonna go after you. What's going on? Why is he wait? I think he just gave up. I think he saw Tagsy just melt his team, and he literally surrendered. He literally pressed /surrender, and he still got melted to dots now. Huh? Weird. I hope Alex gets to play next time. But Tagsy, I think, Tagsy technically had a 1v4. Do we give Tagsy a 1v5 chat? Does this count as a 1v5? Because the priest just gave up. Does that count? Because, I mean, he didn't kill him. I mean, he didn't actually get to have a full go against him. He didn't get a full fight. But does that count? Death to Deserter? I got to play. Yay! Abe got to play. Oh, yeah. Wait, Kiosko. That's the first time you got to play at all tonight, actually. Oh, my God. Dude, what have these duels been? That's a 1v5 for sure. The chat says it's a 1v5. I wonder what the comments say. He had 54 KHP. I'm not gonna lie. Really? Tagsy 1v5. Chat. The YouTube section, YouTube comments, the stream chat is saying that's a 1v5. What do you guys think? Because that's a 1v5 for Tagsy? Because he played really, really well. I mean, that drain play was awesome. I mean, if that priest chose not to play, like, should that count? Or does it not count? The comments will let you know. The stream chat says it's a 1v5. The stream chat is like, that's a 1v5. That works.